mutrimus ase can be a chairman says no mouth will be a bob microphone to panomo yen yemen factors lesson. Do you think that this year will be different from the previous years?
They are hearing it. The youth are hearing it because it's another and say and probably our opponents our can no be say the only saying on the say no they no what have you seen? What change has come into your life? And they are a clear manifestation of good life, or some of them, clear manifestation of urban migration. There is not that influence of urban migration that it used to be. Almost did the car, a Suzuka, would be a big school, a beer party, a COVID, a technical institutions. A lot of them have gone back to school. A lot of them were at that time, every school, woman, yes, the purple and sent here, if anything, examination fee. If you were reading this, well, yes, you can't do examination fee to answer exams. Some of them went back, re-registered, and wrote their exams. I want to mention. So the youth are understanding it. The youth understand, and Samuel went to meet Okada.
So a massive the Okada people in the circle.
Today.
That was impressive. Wow.
Telling them what has gone on, what they were expecting. What some of them they said this categorically say, Okada, Okada that drivers. You want to graduate from Okada.
It's not safe.
Some of us were in Okada for hardship. It's in the Okada. And then some of them even mentioned it categorically. Say the parties, were using them to go and do all the stupid jobs and then they were using them to do that. But this time around, they've seen that some of them lost their lives. Their families didn't get anything out of them. Some of them, it beat them, and the party didn't do nothing for them. A lot of them have seen that they've been used. So the youth now, the educated and the uneducated youth, come in over money bag as well. And now, there's information sedition bag, no, the Nyasha Zongo, no, compare a Zongo for boys, no, more could do in Humano, and no could do Zongo another was and call no. Be a quality. If it's a number, Zongo community, it's almost something to do. They are all doing something. So the security has been revamped. The security agencies say, well, Ghana, no, open your buses, open your cars, open your trucks. And see, as a set up, Yeshemu Yepa, Yeshemu Super, yes, Sapomusu, Nayatinima, or Yetsuamugu, Abonte. No more protecting. She say, no, a friend to trust a new group, a new party, and you say, you hope, a new group. Nobody's fighting anybody.
So, no problem. You my side, and that's an what because after an income bunny, I didn't ask me to kick off Naya. That's what they are looking for. Because I said, now, and you'll become a man. You'll be I said, no,
the devil finds work for idle hands.
Absolutely.
The devil finds work for idle hands. It's, and then, and Kalano, Obia, say, look, said you could use the book on your 2 to 1. They think they've learned their lessons out of these things.
Absolutely, because I think they have learned. Because if you look at what happened now, it was so worse. I was looking at those of the young guys, they took how money are there in the situation and what they're going through right now. I believe that you think they've never learned a lot from that. Send them away. Who could them out? It's for you. That's the end of you. And then this is for Jao. Now that one might say, who would not now. What come over for?
Ghana for a youth, are different. Thanks to our social media, thanks to radio stations, corner be or Shibiano or City Apostle, and no could circle, a voice on Pontoadi, or radio 24/7. Or next station, or the coast station, or the coast station, or one radio programs. You sit in a taxi and everybody's talking about politics, and it's real politics. And yes, like they discuss politics like they are sitting in the White House. And who compare the see 2012, 2016 in Sabria? It's vast improvement. It's vast improvement. The inclusiveness of the youth is big time, and more so, they have been each other's keepers. They are almost making sure that they are the ones that are almost making sure that Ubane do best ye now been talk about here US about 10 because bako pe and the kako fa bana he buhana adane to kwakete. So the vigilante aspect of it, you know, they are very, very hard right now. So far, maybe campaigns are seeing an idea. There is good security now on a conform and they couldn't for and almost a secret manager. It's a parliamentarians in there. They're almost careful. They get a message only for baby down there. If you almost
there's a joke. I mean, one say, who say, when in Pessoas, right? As a MP. Now, Canoma here. It never because it's saying, okay, when Pessoas the car, who's all parties are at Nichols an hour before Sonokutum. It's everyone as a security person to obviously know a police officer before. Canoma can Pessoas the Ezekiel with me info.
No, the thing is that he was too confident. He was too confident. Or he's too confident in his area. Like what the wow area. It's the same in Pennsylvania. Hey, look, I walk my dog sometimes 3 a.m. 3 a.m. I'm in my dog with power thing. Because I like the fresh air. I'm so confident in the area. Let me examine door to the whole night. So for anybody to think it's
I'm talking about somebody like Honorable Kenzie. Number your tenure into like Obi Muvu for no who be you know, what say I can so baby.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'll also reiterate to say abodi kabakawa no if you want to know. Abodi the power no if you want to know. It's almost MPs no more in for campaign no. They should watch their backs.
And then you have to tell them to say, self police fire, but you say, because police if you are back of our because they have to be very careful. Some of the policemen out there, they can't trust them.
As I said, you detail police in Mawa. At least, and yet, commando for the what I say, the police has been booked from the police station. Have been booked with your name. They know central police in and they're in charge. On what area, on this happening with it. People to audio on your could be because you're supposed to be following him around. On in the journal. So apart from say, protecting it, everybody, the whole world. I mean, the whole Ghana police service and their records knows to say, OFOSUHENE, Mr. XYZ. You'll be
held responsible.
And everybody will be accountable. And to say, just so be and you'll be then it's somebody who it's at least they will all book and tell wherever they're going to be at your way, you should wait here, and I say, you should wait. Make the money to see her thing.
Very well.
Director
Josephine, Director of Communication, NPP-USA. Branch and what of us have another feeding out to us. I'm gonna do radio. Let the truth be told series and they brought live from the Rocky Mountains of Denver, Colorado, here in the United States. Into Tenkuchuma panel on Penny for Kukudan Bibrina. I'm at Johnny. We have Mr. Ifa Amiyao, aka Kakape. He's a Deputy Communication Director, NPP-USA branch. Also, the PRO for Chicago chapter, NPP-USA. And we have Daniel too. Daniel is also a Deputy Communication Director, right? If I'm not mistaken. He's a member of the communication team. So a member of communication team USA. Very well. Then we have Dr. Jumotu has joined us. He's also a Deputy Communication Director, NPP-USA branch. So my main call is Ifa Amiyao, aka Kakape.
Yeah, big boss.
Director, Deputy Director.
What do you say?
What's the main comment? More about Super Radio Amanado.
Oh, me too, Kappa. Now, what do you say?
Oh, very well. I'm doing wonderful.
Mako Ghana, unti asma mi fie why?
I'm no nyana beko. Na do ka so kwa jamiana.
Oh, sir, and you have me in.
Now, who to register Ako Ghana? Who to register there?
Yeah, and you're over there. God dang.
December. I'm paying better. Say you really about the Adamu minute. I'm going to tell you anyway.
You grow meadow. And I'm on person find a point.
Oh, you chrome with the as well. I'm off when near Joankasa. I've met one man from African American in the area in Medina. It's all Ticana. The drum when the man credit Ticana. And it is a or come back on Atlanta is on help you cry. While finally I called Tony that to land can see it. Oh, Ghana. As he may say on Ghana, America had it. On it to Tower Pine. American crying. No. There's a pneumatic credit Ghana crisis on the back room. Because of nearby names, you know what I'm talking about. So they chose Ghana, and in fact, I'm a minute year. I'm saying, and as you say, we had the aircraft indigenous one, yeah, Babeka. So when we go out, I said, as you go back. It's that's I said, now topic you want to say that Joe, I'm much a breaking be break down a peaceful election 2020 responsibility for all Ghanaians.
Very good.
So as a citizen of Ghana, it's your responsibility. To make sure that there's a peaceful wherever you find yourself coming this 2020 election. That's what you guys telling us.
Exactly. Now, director, one say, let me read there is a international from the conversation. Now, one of the articles we have research, Mensako Kaya.
The conversation.
Yeah, the conversation. The conversation. We are for the article number.
Very well.
Election violence in November. We are talking about US. I say election violence in November. A question mark. Here is what we found. Now, statistics you are very shocking. Now, as I said, me bomber with the or say between about or say between May, or say 90 a year, or say 95% of the 12,607 political demonstrations in the U.S. between May 24th and September 19th were peaceful. However, there were 351 other kinds of incidents, including imposing curfews and perpetrating physical attacks. In 29 of those, there were violence against civilians, where 12 were killed, 9 of them by the police. In addition, 5 driven by shootings. 3 police officers were killed by the extremist group called Boogaloo Boys, or whatever they call them. This is America. Some of these things, there have been 12,607 political demonstrations. Sometimes we tend to see 1 or 2 incidents be and because of that, we begin to throw missiles that will necessarily lead to more of such things and to portray the young country, but here we are in America here with all these things. Look at what they are saying. 12,000 political demonstrations resulting in about 15 deaths, police officers, and civilians. Now, so we do further on. Our culture will say the current American president, according to their research, were within normal political institutions. Now, when you go back home, the current leader in the country was strengthening the political institutions. And there was one thing recently that goes to that fact. Or say, or you're happy, sir, under his watch, there has been a demonstration. Now, there was no spill of blood for us to see. And there has been tens of them under this administration, peaceful. Even under provocation, the police have been trained on how to respond to this. Some people want to portray Ghana as a Ghana as a elections here by tension there, but yes, of course, tension there, and that is what some people want us to believe. But you said, no, tension about tension, Maya, election in the Koye and Koye, tension, you when now we have a stakeholder in that. So, our mind, our for opinion, I am more than that quote.
Absolutely.
They are not foreigners. Opening 20 your friend is saying 07 Kenya. None foreigners. Are the Kenyans?
We are the Kenyans now. So many of them were killed.
Foreign election. Now, your friend is saying even France, Macron, and Le Pen. But there, in the midst of more political, there was, I think that there was a bomb, there was a political you or honor, and you caused internally. Everybody, all of us, we have a stake in it. Now, you see a responsible leader of or exhibiting in Nanado, always preaching, say, yes, you bet me, you're bigger. And yan tokwa.
Especially when he went to the electoral commission to file his form, what he said there. Now he's a man of peace.
Exactly.
Also no monyo majuma pepe se de beya. Election no be abedia tum be free and fair. Obi enfa bata zimbiane, and then other hand this other ones the question so you saw what happened. And so a pass na question. What is going on? Are they really serious or what?
Right. And I don't ever ban, but Fabian one, NPP-USA. Yeah, can't Ghana for say, yeah, responsible part. Obi Powen Chan, come over no new. So, Baba said, a year will say before for ya, and yes, spilling of blood. That and your cocosu may him war. Sabi. And you'll be back at Charles said, Conacofa ballot box. Paquetic can be so never. No. Opening, when if I found the power in China, as a soul who said, or be dinner. What is the policy on education? As I say, your politics of ideas. You are one manner, or be back at there and said, or my papa honorable appointment, or my year, the People's Manifesto, opening the war.
Yes.
Election is going to be based on ideas. And the starting this is also or more common one zongo, 1 day, Okanda, and only at Nade, and yes, one year boy a political, when you said, or Matria sign.
I feel like a tribal sentiment.
And come up, almost details here and said, Ghana, you. Of course, young person be able. Of course, it is the duty of every country to support citizens to mobile. And you cannot tell me, sir, in all of these countries we have around the world, they don't experience one form of armed robbery or this or that. No, it goes on everywhere. But it is the duty of the police to put in place structure. Whether they be an American know, say, oh. Is it a new trend that is coming into the system? Is a group of people in the country are being targeted? Intelligence, when you citizens have the role to play in it, opinion.
Right.
And and you mean, can say, yes. No, your friend sent December, yes, you're about to abandon. I will know this time. What is the role of the political
I was listening to one of the NDC communicators. I mean, no catching in Crawford. It says, they should not go away. They should find somewhere around the polling station and wait. Do you think that is this good for somebody to say that to their followers, supporters, or
yeah. The question you be saw said, don't we have the president, the Ujina then don't we have the polling agents?
Because see, they have this kind of thing is there because I have no whatever. So I can't show them Mama because I go bare 100 meters and I said to her, train. I mean, is that something when there's a catching you for someone yet?
Just unfortunate that we seem to always continuously have this suspicion. Opening, not me kind the number of elections in Ghana. And if we cannot improve upon the system, then unfortunate. Yeah, that can be said. I am waiting for a day. I'm a political party to say, oh, ABR, because when you get the chance to be in power, what they are here, you have the opportunity to reform the system. Now we the pride ourselves to say, we are always reforming the system. And we have the track record to prove. And that is how you make sure that you don't now perceive develop. Opening Yaya elections 1992, Yaya 1996, 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016. So where can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 2020 8 elections under this republic. It has never happened. And we all eat the truth is there. And then let us live peacefully. Let us continue to dialogue and find solutions to whatever you practice to be our force. Both political parties have had the chance to be in power. What is it about? For some people. So, and you see, sir, constantly, only here, what we say, some of in parts of the world, in Africa, there's a lot of fight. Ghana and war, I have lucky said, South Sudan also, and quite two dominant ones. Because you come back here, two dominant ones, it's easy to escalate. So we have that advantage. Now, to the next level, the political parties must debate on ideas and issues. Because after all, that is what you want to win the elections on. You don't want to win elections based on lies. After the Madam Kanye, Information Minister Kanye said, Wako fa, Abrofu voice, a concocto, accurate story. And the Bible go buying officers to move me. It's been that. Kamikasa must say compare of records. I must say, most of my unprecedented infrastructure. Yes, you have your unprecedented infrastructure. And think I am picking about education done and we are. No one can hear Kanye dear. I have done and we are. No one can hear Kanye dear. So what you say? Going forward, and then you bear education, then you bear help, then you bear Greek. Not yet you have to walk. I to my mufona share. No man will say, oh, I'm part. Me tell you, a party, DNA. Now, you're simply so cast. NPP. We have had the best. We have the best. And we always have the best of what develops Ghana. And this is for Yankasa Winnie. It is not as they're portraying it.
I don't know whether you have heard the national organizer of the NDC say he's ready to die, on the election day to win. If he's gonna even if he's gonna take his life for them to win the election. Akamba. What is Oka's answer?
Sir, Obi, Omoka sans and seminal for to meaning say not shortage of ideas. Obi can say a year of Yama Caspitino or the Aquam Mama. Forgive me for use of my. And this is for youth organizer about what said and Cassia, you know what now. Yanko Yin Yimaba.
You show up
responsible statement. And yet, the question said, the country is for voter registration exercise. And yet, national ID card. And yet, but opinion go and see the stories and the record. ID card. These people oppose it. Young penny. Hey. Yeah, identify Ghana for a problem.
But see, I just want to say this. Looking at Omokan almost say unprecedented infrastructure near the other. But say what your mom say we new data, no new the Nipa no anymore with my tax or many idea. I don't have any now and first of all because they don't pay the right taxes for you to continue to renovate the house as much because appeal to your money because so yeah, circus 30. Now for fast so adequate efficiency, but those people are not paying a year. Never so was because you wouldn't need the data Nankasa or mind you more. Which means my own Nipadua, a woman more for my normal for money. You don't have things. And you say some you show mine. But I'm not this is the first time I would say Ghana show mine. This is the first time since 1993. Because we had data cost this government by no more yet the ID card be beer cost me idea. This is happening with some part yet show mine now. To move on as a country. And how many ideas are?
Oh, opinion for buy and identify the Yamamian Sana. That's a young fan to Honor. We cannot go forward. beside education near na descend here you can collect go school agree near technical infrastructure near can oh data collection addressing system and ID the one for time and some way and go on you cannot effectively move your country forward at all. Now one say NDP one they pretend to like the poor and improve upon their they pretend say oh the bar say anything but a lip service in actual fact they don't do it. So, and to Kufoba no say, yeah, because you're protector of the youth, your unemployment near the total that you hope will near we don't have a way of identifying them. But you got a loan, your friends and connect no to Kotinata, obey their own. So, a way no are gradually being addressed. Now we have the digital addressing system. So, your ID card are cost. The baby and me and yet na so that here o kwatena ha betumi hu o ti ha na watu afiri ha kwa ha enom ne adade e be ma bank enom se de bom ha o ma hihye ne kama no saa no akwaso kama right ya tena kuro so when 63 good years after independence what the fan say anya obi se mezaya by kofo obaye under this fourth republic. What 1 by 8 good years.
When's man completing?
One more ni obi ba kokra. Ya ba eso ni yen so opposing it. Na they oppose it so violently na what national gin ho. Na what can come when some people we have a big issue on our hands. And acquire democracy, they are part of it. That oba nya oba no. So what they are there. Now what you be new education. And then you have to your home to say, Obia Bank, or Boban on you. We don't find that we are NDC supporter. Let me MPP supporter. MPP supporter, let the MPP for 1 year, Poncoma, and Comobania. Can you say, young for data, young analysis, young. So when NDC, any MPP to go, also or Mucha before, NDC attempt, then you answer the what I say, yeah, can you? Yeah, the data no near back there. You buy so far, say, opinion. The political party, and to me, Mamma Son, your mayor amount. And then your trauma, and they said, who are when a mayor man, and you what here. And no political party I rely on. And now, all young man, all portraits, I say, Binumi are from 4. Oh, I say, Binumi, I said, Binum, Jenny Mabia, and yet rules, but as on one now, Bonnie Timupo, I call Fanny Mania Biaba when you have political party on Powie. Nanny here, pay your quiet enemy. At this point in time, you have politics of ideas. And you'll be back now or say, what didn't so come up on Tokabia. Something is said that be, who's what pushing your here? Who's who here? That's to be a young for smoking about. And you cry now one over minister of this or minister of that. I say, Yom, near Cocoya, not Ghana, and the Barnea point. You really are young Kenny, Mamma, or Mabaya, Liberia, Rwanda, Enomia, Nade, what are there? And young Papa, I actually wasn't a mention of what what bada, Oba and then now, yeah. Now they are to Yania was to Danny, he said, "You are to war. No, when you near Koyanim, a bonny pot." Like I said, Jane MPP for we are going to continue to preach peace because you're Togana for Yempesa Bia Moja, a better Yempesa Bushiani Bia because they're not and then call the CSS and so Bia Kobi. Never Bia Wabiano, also to be doing what you such who say, yes, we are done and so, the Pasia health sector, see hospital, our baby a bit. Opinion, agree. You better them. You better industrialize the economy. No, that you better. You produce no. Young fan farmer on it. Nini na that you Ghana for the year. Then you Jumaya opinion. Open industry. I can't tell you a man for quick. Can you sound with you? Bowie. Every Bowie know one of these. He is having a talk. Minister Mr. Brewer. He is having a talk with the Ghana government. That you better obey the of West Africa. Na nyuma yiba abofia hu ayi ba o ti Ghana wo sa wo di opesa okokunto abi man tie ne opesa okokunto ampe wiye aja se opinion there be a problem the problem ba yet nothing you solve and anything you want institutions of state
that's right
police and what you say your mind na obi adwemponi e wo ho ni nipaponi e wo man no ma be chamani ma omo pese ne ma be koso bia no opinion what see omo ni a na wa yi ma police for because obi ti no be report no and no a part of the development and no a part of the insurance election no e be papa what you say yes 7 election ko 8 election we are experienced to know that election ni dura e ye kona kwato okwato no akofie na we so akwa no akwato no akofie the issue of counting and making sure that you need a political party no responsibility pa won ko foko omonhwe nyame ya adom ema ye di case bi akoko to da yanti ye ho ase agbam obi ante ne ho ase no wa nkwa yayi because ya chire mu ni entira chire mu ema ye ti ase say elections are won at the polling station na ne every one eba no na electoral commission it don't want them as a responsible political party as a major political party no one call it to result all the evidence to be presented in case you have any issue but merely omukika ko na ye be win na say yende na we na ye be ko na okwa na bi opanyi ye hia sa ne manema no ye hia ne na we have a stake in the country BBC says here enya kwasi abusuan na beka na ebia na aka koka kwa me tubo na eba enim ye bebo no ehia ayito bia so the Ghana for ya go school to the center na ya dwuma bie politically we've been educated the population to the point that we can ensure peaceful elections
sa pepepe
ye bodewuro akachiro bibiara se eya asumdwe eya tsewa bi na mesume nkyira madwene
enya ntokwa anybody or preach violence no opinion on Ghana here we to vote against that person and to conclude no a form more for another people penye medasi obi somre. All right, Mr. Kakape and yetse nenken yode Mike ni mentia stronko enkoma yanatiefo ene na adofo no ma woni edi dwumai da bia meni ananaya ehya ase maye na menso mebeto aso obesa abade se opeja ne mu kakra yo safe na sawodi wa fidie sawodi ato ha amnado radio sine let the truth be told sirisa yahya ase de da na ebrada bia no yetensem de ene nchiremu papa edi free enwuma edwuma pa NPP communication NPP-USA communication directorates no enwuma ene enhyehyaya wode ba na wotu bia no ya na enye asem ketwa eno ena wasugusu a sabri ya wutie eno tiodofo se afena waba ya besrese test obi na WhatsApp obi invite obi na ontimi nya facts no na yenko yenim sabre makwa ahoma no so na mene Dr. Jumo enso akotwetwe enkomo dog wotimi nka yemo akwa aba
Uncle Mike yenua o ya mejo so pa
na bibia aboko de
oh nyankopon adum bibia aboko
do ba de as
ene topic no na yensu yedi your contribution
is very important papa
is very important on mine Ghana mine ya wodi ya Ghana mine no ya media
ye nyina ya de o
ye nyina ya dia na ya share democracy sanya kakapaka ya no we can ho this is going to be the 7th election in the 4th republic Ghana ya yadi Osha Bible mumpa bibia toso 7 bia and that just say very very good it bodes well
doctor dog
Uncle Mike
where the answer beto aso no mamemfa enum we kitua bi be 2 minutes na me mount o kasa aso
mate ndash
All right, dog. Enyum na kasa amaye. Konkomo no so.
Enyum na kani na o mine na ye wodi ye meso no dia eye nyina ye dia.
No correct.
O mine eno na esombo mine. Ye mine no in Africa it has been one of the countries that has proven to have the record of peaceful. Yeah, enjoy peace at check.
Yeah.
Na ye bela bias. Enti ene kakra me so me de beka ho ne se first lady kan achia wa tiefo na machia madam Josephine ene kakape o ma be bubu mu bi
ya joso
se peaceful elections no yenyina ye ka ho na o hwemu a first of all bia so bia ye na djuma pepepe
yes
ma denya a peaceful a free and a fair election. Now, electoral commission, I want a partner a set of play. And the engineer so
that's right.
Because almost near making sure and say, Bibia a year rigging any Bibia election, no, almost near Mississippi, so say, Obia Timmy and reggae, and I said, Bibia a fair and a free and a peaceful election. And he did say, then you who say, Jimensa or Yene Juma ye, I to say, or Yene Juma, making sure say, the beer, one beer in Sydney election.
Sa pepe.
Young Cosso and Bompire and Mano, not on Yene Juma pepe, or no one a partner obey. At the same time, security agents, any police, and so I want part obey. If you say Corona, you won't be but any Pabonis womb almost so if you almost so party or dream be bonny or pesoye. Nano and security agents, any police force war on Mopata, so boy Juma, yet you bought security agents, leaders in Basu, police in Penifona, so I'm making sure, say, almost my directive, I'm a directives are a war. I'm making sure, say, Obia a Yenejuma, I'm on that day, even before that day and on that day of election, and after that day, the beer a better security agent, but you're my I'm a making sure, say, the beer also part on the plane. I'm a peace prevail in Ghana. So, who say, and Kofobi Yanyama Bolivia, or Monyo Mojuma, if it's a minor.
No correct. Maybe some question said, dog. Ushe and Sama would they are to acquire me. Now would you Oceania I say a Kosovo or Menumua and Yabiano one uma or Mode and Mrana Shomun Samua Edi Bonnie. Eye Ghana for ya wo free o man mu ankasa anasa sankrofo no de we different from different land and planets and
say Uncle Mike anytime me car say e wiase mu no
yeah
e bi no e nipa boni wo wiase eno ntina
serious
nipa bɔne wɔ wiase paa nti na wohwɛ sɛ bi ɔman bi yɛ mu a yɛwɔ security forces any security agency a ɔmo nso ɔmo adwuma ne sɛ ɔmo bɛbɔ ɔman no ho ban in such a way sɛ nipa bɔne na ɔmo dia penchant ne nyinaa sɛ obu ha n'adwen no nya wɔdwen ho ane bɔne ɔdwen ho ane sɛ ɔbɛhyehyɛ ɔbɛfa ɛkwan papa so ayɛ adeɛ sɛ yɛyɛ election a yɛyɛ election of ideas kyerɛ me nea wobɛ a wobɛtumi ayɛ kyerɛ me nea woyɛɛyɛ a sɛ nea wohwɛ NPP aban a yɛayɛ yɛ manifesto yɛakyerɛ nea yɛtumi yɛyɛ bɔ dawuro kyɛ sɛ yɛpɛ election of adwuma a yɛbɛtumi abɔ ɛne nea yɛbɛtumi ayɛ election of ideas ɛno na yɛnya nka ɔmo nso other parties Ghana a multi-party state a multi-party democracy enti obia enkyerɛ nea wobɛtumi ayɛ ɛne nea ɛnyɛ sɛ wobɛma ehu ɛne nneɛma ɛyɛ wantwi ɛna wode propaganda ɛna ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ man no daabi ɛnyɛ adwuma enti na mesrɛ sɛ yɛ security agency no ɔmo nhyɛ muhu mapa sɛ ɔmo bɛ make sure sɛ ɔmo na ɔmo bɔ ɔman no ho ban nipa bɔne ɛwɔ mu a ɛni sɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ weyɛ ebia NPP panyimu nti yɛngyae no anaasɛ NDC panyimu nti yɛngyae no anaasɛ PCP panyimu nti yɛngyae no ɔmo mfa mmara ɛnyɛ adwuma yɛgya yɛ law hɔ na ebi wɔ ha yɛmfa nyɛ adwuma the day before any the day on the day of election any the day after no yɛma mmara ɛnyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ Ghana na security agency police for ɔmo yie paa because they've been trained to protect the country. They've been trained to protect civilians. So the rule of civilian rule, they've been trained. And ɔmo training now, you train them. ɔmo putting into play on the day before, the day of election, and the day after. You're making sure that the PR and the stress security agents one. The next people are news of mob Juma, the previous elections in our media. I put it in place. Media, I reported. Media, say BB Kosovo, media, ever reported. I'm a police for a timia ratio or Akoyo Mojuma. And yes, media for sir. Almost some fine show on some so on that day, number your Mojuma.
That's right.
Sure, yeah, they have to report, no? They will report it on the air to make sure, say, Ghana, I enjoy peace. Misa Esre, Mr. Zongo boys, any omwa, usually incorporating instigate you with food and little money. Or mine, a year.
Sape pepe.
O Emma Obia and Dada.
Sika and so did that krumpo. Oh.
Because violence is very, very expensive, and violence is not a respecter of people. The violence is Ubuaha and your uncle.
Yeah.
So on no any leader come. Anti Mr. Zongo boys, any Kofua people readily instigate them. Sika create the Bama say Koko ye baby. Who now Kotu Abawia, Utu Abawia now Kufie. At the same time, so this is a time where we are in dangerous times. COVID-19 was up. COVID-19 was on TM. Person via when you went in instigation via the bar, and then my yari are spreading. And to Oko now Kotua bar, shall mask now Kotua bar. Now follow rules. Electoral Commission via to paper. We are now coffee. We are now coffee. We are now coffee. And on that Mabel. And me shank up on crunch. Yes, sir. If you say Ghana mine, a union idea.
Now, doctor, Masen be said, son, at twice one person me be so. So would see and some beer opposition for ni be a keka na I saw grow as a ni bread na. Utimi wo sesam no ama nkrofo bi so nya atenka bi wo mumu se nkrofo bi ena ama Ghana me no kasai me de me tis obi kase na ho kire I don't see sa ho kire Ghana to say 8 years ago enti say what is obi say and amuna mu di sika na ye ho kire ye ne ade a dog eye nsem bia enkrofo no a awurade nam nadom so yi won efra ban mu esan bone ano mu di ni sika omu wie enti no wonom anu aduane abon because abro mu nya sika bia awia en wo mu nya sika bia mfiri baabi enti no ne omu wie aye no na wie mu so na omu ani na so be lose election enti say na me say o how bi ne asudie bi da won so enti no wo mu sise nkrofo bi achi a nkrofo bi di bone wo hwe mu asa na tie
sa pepepe ebise yin nyina ye nim say opposition NDC in propaganda na propaganda yi senia mema example say wunya obi na osman say wonkodi kuro anase entroa senia okojina ha na oka asem no okojina no aka asem no okojina aka similar to propaganda so what ya enti omo de yenim say omo specialize in propaganda enti na omo yesa nanso eno na make say the security forces and some they shouldn't be a respecter of person.
No correct.
To let the rule of law prevail. And non and America na Mekaba to say religious bodies they have a very big part to play. Church of Pentecost DB on September 27 me almost a year campaign for peace, a peace campaign, almost setting it out. I encourage most of the religious bodies say, then you know, mine a mine anymore. If it will prosper, Ghana will prosper. We need a peaceful election for Ghana to prosper. And I encourage all the religious bodies, all leaders of our tradition, the omo binds, no mon country, man for Obia and Yana said, Obia to Abana, on to Abano, Yamaye Kukrumuti, and choose a president for us. Nanye Okotuaba, Uncle Fie, Okotuaba, Obia, so say, or minor, a cry, a cry, or the bed ekahon, and no, and a bema. Peace a prevail. Obia should obi I to say senia yebeko a soro pepepe no. Baku. So what you say Obia want a part to play. And Ghanaians should take it upon themselves and make sure say we are focusing on peace for Ghana. Now Meka also say Nana Dankwa Kufuadu. Political parties have a part to play also. NDC should stop the strategy they are using. Propaganda will not work. This is the time where Ubiye a Juma Omom was one year.
Yes.
Omo Juma no Omo manifesto no Hunja Eyi. If you say yeah, we believe in the rule of democracy and we believe that democracy will prevail. Until I hear me as communicator and many million me director and me deputy for the rule. Say Ghana, a peaceful election is what we need. And me share peaceful election political parties in and for Makuma and na making sure that Ghana enjoy its peace through this peaceful and a free and fair election. And kakra me somebody back on the that.
Yo dog, the better was na yabo abaso ewo entremu papa with the abren anwumre. Enti memo ahome na nim say ebesen aba so ansana yemre no aso yeda say Dr. Jumo and Yatin and Kane or your Deputy Communications Director NPP-USA branch Edanasi papa. Mamenko ahumano suna menkofa yenua Daniel. Owia na fe Joe Osei Wusu. Obanyi Daniel.
Mike.
Yema kwa ba brape.
Brother Mike, Major so apomo.
Oba de ada Roma. Yeda so tiase. I won't say.
Na me adom but me yam she me kakra bi go video bi o Facebook WhatsApp I'm saying Mali ni bi fi bi si obi akoshe on
about 5 minutes from my house.
Recent asema na say
less than a month. Less than a month ni and see here.
Oh, asema I'm here to power.
Horrible. Oh, Senegalese, office Senegal. School. Engineer. Ya fenanka. Obedini sika papa bi. So your video na. I'm the neighborhood camera no capture microphone no, but send your musli bibi kaka motobia show mo anim. Any hood is here she show mo no. Ama hu enipa no anim.
But me did this car no more buy no I don't know sir camera no che me dia
camera no che cars no 90 man enya license plate ni ye entina se so mutimi o say minim sometimes no we enya ai we be ka say nipa tuntum nka broni anka mo hu danada
but omo betimi se car no se color na buy no
color na buy
omo betimi run the color no se car be register.
Yeah.
Color until you can run the color first and sample cars now. When the data of IT, the BIA can Ghana, make a basic Ghana something, you know, material for one find security near Kawasan.
Yeah. Very important.
To be Timbeti Bonina or Johnny, now yet pepper and you say the immediate trace, you know. Nasa can color no or mood running it through or the same or Moko DVL, whatever, normal running cars with Sakala Nina. Ombetimi no
I don't know be month ni e ko be month ni still mo say who say brother ba ku bi e friend no bibi dia ono say oyo mo mpanyimfo Colorado ha cause ono messiano occasions be ewo African gathering be papa dia e friend papa dia enti me sure say omo lead mpanyimfo ama just say you
the cause of ben area now omo fi sanke beti ya paso omo fe to no amra no mo fe car na e fa on was atu on no beti na confirm the number plate based on the color of the car
right
so
right
and then they can take it from there international more like big in kakra mo like I think say e be check e be fan say car na color no but omo pull all cars no show on a particular day no car say fa area more like 30 minutes away from area now the cameras are on the map. They can track it but a bit take more time. And you know maybe see one now make see the some no Ghana election very peaceful because you see mount the cameras. Now the whole Ghana it move behind and I use a bit to money be again. Be now be no be the camera anymore. But pass a groom surveillance pass a strategic areas are you like police no ya more akedi o metimi dey say adwuma no and a cyber crime so the cyber so obese we be tricky and also police no na say o cyber unit no very sharp o mo be on Facebook immediately they are tracking it and they are releasing statement and they are following up on it you know the city in the area na ho actually everybody say one so na ma wo bon but me sure say my groom hand me say it make send you message to Chicago to be an DC or Denver or but to be so other play no just America security na anything to be at say the woman but the woman na say a campaign wa make say Mike e am na say inside job and I say obi na small bi o me da me chon because NPA will offer the winning other emergency. At a PSL back, I could find the by non complete so monkey impression. They say, oh, go for the security there. Going to be handled.
Yeah.
Security. It appears that is what they want to bring up. I'm afraid. So you security and yet say the police near the security. Financial sector cleanup, obesika share. You been me and compensation. You been and also a security issue, national security.
Papa.
Security, you ever not do so. If you them who are now hospital, who need the ABC because doing so like a year why they open for move. And no a security issue.
Yeah.
Security need be named you airtime yet and I said a drone no way to media for or walk out be an simple way I able to match and me a security issue. Not zip line abandoned or be no now yeah roads are. We are solving that security issue. But security can you be say Ubi Ababa no buy now police be in now buy. And then it did say Mike start buying money Nico not
yeah.
Or deployed all the forces that they can just to serve an example. The Gidis or more Yamuma camera phone in geometry.
No crap.
And Shanko because people are usually very moved by this.
Now, then, Yanyan say in two name Mubabin Swa. A man for be sneaky recronums and also Ama Ayahu. Oje Jose.
Mike, I could follow now. I could follow the can wash him now. And you could fall. No, I could follow. So we are sending a wajo. So I could have a on.
Yeah.
Why don't put an interest of it in what I see up on home? Into I could follow the Mijis 70 years. No one man the children like sorry or the Nansa Kesiak.
Yeah.
Into any DVR or Abotres or the Nansa also there. And yet, first, most of your branchia. Internal go fees or go for the bay, but Sango fees or Munima for the Munchen and Branton Brim. So on the Somons on the Shah, or more than to the Munche. O Kenyan and Branton Brim can crash or ma. The Judicial Moser or Matu, sorry, and Tokon Ama Santo, and about phone of the year. And I go for the day. Don't joke with the security arrangement because Uncle Banny so obey Jajan.
Yeah.
Your politics no structure. Ghana, you necessarily see Obi organ the BI politics. That's not what. Oh, yeah, but on one none more to the echo. Mike, election day, no.
And no, Dan, as some Nankamiwa Bisa, election day, no. Say, everybody need to be prepared from now to the election day. A very serious one.
Right, the woman said, no cranny, may bought NPP for the NBC for say, election day will be unprepared, no one will be unprotected ballot. My good and Yankee America,
Dabby,
the election, you have to French, the BIA claim, not Pia with sneakness level, not NBC for be on numbers, 2050 a trauma on numbers, but on my job when into 2020, a percent NBC phone on numbers no more Ghana. 44 no kano munya 2016 no edoso ye percent trauma say Ghana no nipa dodo na nan anya aba na no mutuma NDC my me the minimum when you fika kan obetimi correct me bia na me error the American error Mike since 1992 I buy register ya nya ya ye bo MPP brosra me sure
me ba jo say
election register ye nyina no yetimi ye bu MPP brosra me sure me have
Dabi ye ni nyina mo ye na NDC time
into me and NDC brosra Ghana anguna get name a contest election with or the saying voter registers now ye na NDC brosra and then obi the cast so no be tell you they are register one number so ye give am for ba na obi the cast at matter na other Ghana see ejimi sama me ye register obi brosra na ye for ba no na so bibi atocho Ghana na Ghana dan ye mutu
yeah
in Mike I think the register when people are buying brochure, right? You see, I register coincidentally. First, you know, when people are buying, so me I think the register. Okay, you know, but I register no so called but you answer any numbers no. So almost say or more numbers no do na.
Yeah, not then there who can a very important say. This time, yeah. New register in the time when MPP na what abansui. As I said, when I am say Ghana for nyina ni behwe no mo hunu election papa mu ene free and fair mu ana meboa
I said into a message. Yeah, and this one NPP for Obia ballot a day of election.
Now, when you to Musa, and Untina, almost say violence.
And if you say, oh, Mama say, only in the own job, and the answers are sure, mobile or Mupo, when you're violent, no honey on the same Sudan, saying, about your better, by your better, so making sure, say, your better, French, a bear, fair, clean, walk to a bar, a Sicilian, when your back counter, ban, to say that 2016, young Matthew. The person wants and this upon some no more when you did you Musa Ghana for and town to about more. Maybe being to my form where the actor. If the shops are one or more convinced of without anybody convincing them. I want them to police and the ballot from the day we ballot now see a top when we finish counting. And the person in the iron, yes, I did. My own say, oh, police ballots be now out in one out in Sampa. I deal with the Google and Meti. Near me now, who say, dear, Yakama and one Yakama. And also, I know Google is easy to accept, right?
Yeah.
So one police, one ballot now, and more near a kind of say, the person ended one of them say, you. And I'm a person before them say, you. No penny in there, and the war. It's now, young policy, young balloting, making sure, say, you're too Frenching, that kind of Frenching. You can't be. Mike, December 8th, December 9th, nobody this and come on. Now you be say numbers now near you did no. Then I'm man after. There will be this and come on. Now you be saying we say some numbers nifty. Now never man say na some numbers no. Sabi ebi no timi dey adwuma kan bre no. Na nda dey system na asesa na ebi no mu entimi pan adwuma. Oho ini ebe hu two political parties no. Omo ho dem pa wo Ghana. Ni omo mo ta to aba mo pa. So 2016 year no, even if someone didn't to right in the 2020 year, the better affirm will affirm the 2016 defeat of the NDC and let them know, sir, they don't have the numbers like they claim they have it. And going forward now, given our new system near the ban, they either have to campaign and win election clean, fair, straight, or they forget it. Party will be I can win election in Ghana. After 2012 I doubt us Ghana for my come and SCU. Same name with the AC after 2012, they're doing some 4 years because I'm talking about movie and also see a Tabamana. You wasn't. It is a Tabana, young Penny, Emma Ubia, and Sabi, and Pakro, and the Kuban. The button of French in Ghana for a job much than your emotional, yet their money was not Ghana for motion. In tonight, election day violence, I can assure you, let nobody attempt it and let nobody play with it because if you play with it, Mike, what do you say? Your police or more helicopters?
Electoral Commissioner. Electoral Commission.
Ghana Police Jamaica.
Oh, yeah, Mate. Yes, one more 2 or 3.
Mike, when you say army, no, you are resourceful of your power.
Okay, I hope so.
Okay. And Mike, when you say Akufo-Addo, only your neighbors, Ivory Coast, Togo, and Burkina, or no more mom point for
no very good relationship.
Very good relationship. And was Akufo-Addo French or French can you say for the better? The no popular no for Ivory Coast, hey, or what an emotional man, or my man, or for no for Burkina, hey, or what an or kind of French, one kind of English. Yes, Mamia, a Bayaman, or Fred Togo no catch him say, hey, Mubadano, when your Mamia, your Bayaman, Mike, Akufo-Addo, Sahari Shima, body see machine winning. Or money young Kofano because of Akufo-Addo. Let no political party misbehave. Because when you say usually women misbehave, they try to do it outside of the country.
Yeah.
Because when you say and then the security will not get a hold of it. You know, baby, I assure Ghana for say, nothing is going to happen that it's untoward. We're going to have a peaceful election, and the election shall pass, and we shall count, and we shall all monitor and police the process, and we shall all declare or be seen the declare result at the EC at the collation center. We shall all take pictures of it and we shall all count, and then at the end of the day we will know who is Charlie and who is really the political party of choice for the Ghanaian people. My get to about you are NDC for the same Koko ni do one so Matthew or Martin Choman Kasa. Back with them one so Matthew or Martin Choman Kasa. What you say? You gather
Dan Otimega. Listen to the director of election of NDC. Minimum so if you had the show or call. Good evening, Ghana. Show now. He said emphatically that if everything is done right, as far as they are concerned, the electoral commission will be Chima. They are going to win this election hands down. What is all as
I am it is all kind.
It is what you say. We need the electoral commission and yet be correct among.
Who determines that?
That's what he said. I don't want this work as I said. As far as they are concerned, electoral commission will be Chima. They are going to win this election coming December 2020.
Oh, no.
That means electoral commission did the
Well, that's not what it means. It means either right? So
I say the reason why I'll make him Martin there say electoral commission government I try some people press or might try all they want to do to win these elections, you know. Share 2020 registration course now. Now we have vote registration compare all the 16 regions now. If you look at the voter region now, we have vote difference now. That is that's the lowest so far. Vote difference America voter region was 508 by 0.04%. It all budget I say particularly now more government now musician NPP party. More said that the electoral commission for. I be person we ya no come say. And what do you say about that?
The same time now your opposition no. Sir, voters register the national to also know. Now you can say you in common salo.
Right.
That time not Charlotte no you didn't know on the custodian. Say the new GDC electoral commission the human no so you you catch the so on this one. No say you or na ye kasana ye elitist voter. They say voter register now.
Obviously, there's nothing wrong with the register. Almost says that's what they stated.
On the Charlotte, no, you can't say idea. Now I say a little so more book or million crap. How about it? You gun and you pay the victim register. And yes, I need to do one eye work and I need to be registered. But for Charlotte catcher and you know, mean then is and my and not just the air can not anymore. But also a fair sitting in the situation now. And bound social names are not look at the room. Sometimes any or the same national ID, right? Sunny money in a year. And this is for only being a known person by national ID. Then a no show almost say, Amoya is the original notion at the air we registered into no. Sometimes you know margin calls you and form who cry. Na Yabana, ya national ID now. Na is okay, make me no at the air register from my yard. Now, as I can you can send a man way about new issue, right?
Right. I mean, the NPP has been consistent. I mean, about the voter registers changing it. They have been consistent. I mean, for all these years. So,
irrespective of which EC boss or EC administration is there, and at the same time, your consistency in nature. Charlotte Castle, did we fight? We have to find out at the background and protect our votes, right? And then we won the election. Did Ghana ban? No. And yet they be a political party who are casting on easy, no, argue back up in group. Into the uncle group,
so this voter difference by a percentage of voters gain or when you what do you think? What was it in the conference by?
Mike, so my now say what that. Right?
I don't get it. I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
And the sense what the American and the some numbers, no, Mike. The numbers were not the real numbers to begin with in the past. But we had lived with or the same false impressions that those were the numbers. And now the reality has come home with a new system that is so difficult to get around, right? And now we are seeing, say, hey, these numbers that we knew in the past, were not the true numbers. In Japan, you have true numbers, and your control manner, we know if the numbers really were the numbers that they say. In that manner, and I say static that shouldn't surprise you. It tells you, say, previous 8 years, 9 year register, the numbers that you saw on there were questionable. And we knew it. When in the 8 questionable. 2012, we saw the outcome, right?
Right.
2012, registered in 2012. 2012 registered. You understand? When 1 year election in 2016, no.
Right. And some names were taken out after they went to the Supreme Court to say,
we saw that difference.
Voters register, and they're supposed to,
you know. Yeah, quite telling you, be the administrative error, be the finger of God, be the way you can now move water, you declare election. I see uncle, yeah, and now, oh, yeah, so much, oh, grouping, yeah, man, giddy, oh, your mama winning, and all the question of the firm. And that's how I see uncle, the issue. Really? I didn't do you. Do I 2012, no, Mr. I feel our better home for sure. You better know home for sure. You Mike, the American question is said, I register my young gentleman. Yeah, the Juma Emma 2023 offer. 2016, you say I'm going to guide you. So, we, Mike, then be able to declare election. Now, I can't vote. You see, voter register near 16 million. Maybe not about 12 million at Twaba. You
know, say you can't have 100% voter turnout. I know it's not going to happen. And I remember, I said, people even not register. They just register for the card, but they're not going to vote. And also,
and also, I account for it now. Say, in the Japan, say, no, the account man you bloated, but I bloated number now. Can say, and you know,
look at the provisional one. It was say 20 to after registration. It's no numbers there. If you look at the numbers, it's almost they say another one.
Yeah, so that tells you said.
So the 2020 provision say 16,963,306. Compared to 2016 was 15,712,505.
So what does that tell you? That tells you the 2015 number was probably higher, too much higher.
Why? What? Does this say across road? I didn't know higher.
Right. Look at it. Across road, the difference here is saying less than 1 million.
Right.
Less than 1 million. And do you think say one just for when you book a Ghana and Ocean your numbers now on one on new register on added numbers, never less than 1 million? I don't think so. I think they are more than that, right? And now, Fanumpo said, number year from 2015, 2012, so around 50 million, not 20. I mean, 4 years time, we'll send you the same 50 million. It tells you that 2015, the 2012 year was bloated. Because if anything at all, 2016 there should be way more than 2015 year. If the numbers for 2015
you said 2012 was 14 million, no 15 million.
2012, I think it was closely about 16 million there, about the same number, 16 around that same number. But can we say easy? No, we say I know some list to do on man, and then also in Kofubi or Muye, we we'll put a different list together for them. Usually, I don't find like original one, no, because original one is more cleaner. And we know a multiple registration. We into another list, just in case you find a bar. I'm not much any pan yet, and to about like every more bandio because of some violation. And whatever happens, we did say, only we say.
It's the officers like a new register, and they maintain the old one, limited a registration carrying one. How was the numbers on this basis?
Oh, the numbers would have come to the same. The numbers would have been somewhere 18, right? That is the projection, because last one was 16, right? And that was the projection. So numbers, would have gone up by like 1.5 because of limited registration. Because old one was 16. And I made sure that person said old one was bloated because the numbers would have gone up. The analysis
could have passed through 20 million.
Not 20 million. I think the projection was under 18 million or something. So in general, it said 20 ways, so I vote all register was bloated. And evidence no door. So I did about so yes, I'll tell you the difference of 4 million now on the trouble. That is too huge. Right? And you expect maybe 1.2 million people.
So limited registration addition to what you have now, Quebec 18 million, right? But right, ratio of 16,961. That's a previous and that's a DPP when I say Omuntama register so all those numbers need to be have a count people.
Right, but would when you go to Ghana, it's a nipper within 4 years, only for maybe 2 million. I don't think so. Oh, we 18. Your castle will be a you come home 18 and about. Some Kalansu to you.
Someone who know about to cry there,
what
face on person will register crime and they don't feel like voting. You don't say there's some people out there like that.
Yes, it's a job of no, they don't register, they don't vote. Right?
Exactly.
And you know, Omono.
Well, that I will conclude. I word of a characters living or 7 moment now. A chomage into a over.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been part of the 2012 or the previous voter register numbers anyway because they don't vote consistently, right? You know, you analysis there look at who even come in because at no point in time were they ever part of the register. So with the major. You know, Mike, now they can't say election no, say Mike, voter register no, a bit may bloated by even say 5-6 million. But on the day of election, it's almost when you call power, Mike. Even though your voter register is bloated, you can still win the election by making sure that the actual votes that were cast were the actual votes that were counted. And that was what we did in 2012. You don't give the EC or anybody the opportunity to use the bloatedness of the register to manipulate the election results. And you just have to be vigilant at the polls and make sure what was actually cast in favor of you was actually counted, and that was what the EC accounted for and nothing else. So to me, yes, I'm monitoring now. It doesn't matter a bloated register. You can still have a clean election. OFOSUHENE is on that.
Very well. I think so.
Yes, so you can have a bloated register and then ensure that on election day, nobody takes.
But what is mind-boggling is when we went to the Supreme Court, they couldn't come out to me who the meaning of overvoting, because some of the justices can say overvoting is say if you are Avenado police station, if you pay register now near 200 or register them on the voting day Inipa about Petima amount for was 169. Okay, near Tima those on better banner. Yeah, they're 175. Obviously, I know about voting because number now the people who are registered in that Amanadu radio now most idea we cannot count say overvoting, rather say foreign materials been from we can take them. Yes. Do you agree that who can say as of this year? Say foreign materials been from internet, a bit more taking it out.
Yeah, technically. Practically, there are no more kind that doesn't make sense. But in theory, the more kind also makes sense, right? But
what does make sense? I don't know how it doesn't make sense. But
yeah, the NGA makers are and they say you put 200 and register also. On this moment, me approve say if you worth so like once I court assembly, the name of the game is evidence, right? On this moment, you approve say some people were dead and they were not part of the register. And therefore, we don't expect that when we vote. The numbers should be more than the registered numbers. In this case, example number 200 people. One team produce will be when to me and now tell me say.
But then they may say the ballot at voters was 169. But you can't they're quite 175.
Yes.
And almost and you overvote rather for foreign materials now from.
And only technically that is overvoting in itself. And anything I say, so we are vigilant now, making sure that actual ballot now can I attain. We pulling agents more track it. You are seeing that, and everybody's tracking that. Now you can stop or define manipulation of saying, actual ballot yet 170. Now so you can't anywhere 180. If you can stop man from going on now, and finally if the register is bloated, you can still win that election. But man went now stop it. Now more the grown deal said 2012 now. Now they are doing it across all the constituency police stations. Nobody even 5 multiply 5 by 30,000 or 33,000 police stations and see what that number will mean. It will be very easy. And then the MIA who 2010 was okay. So they will hear money CBU. You be making sure the actual ballots no need the kind will be any. They are taking some continue now paper. When they have a technical issue, you say, your ballot is only 100, but you be 175. Even though the panel register on 200, no, you can't say over voting. So technical way, you can't compare what court to be because proving can be very difficult. So and the court will usually lean on the fact that we be able to about maintenance time customer cancer until we provide good evidence. Everything cancer. And yes, usually the court will be very soft to protect the the right of the person to vote, because the right of somebody to vote, it's a very highest or the saying sacred responsibility. The court will just not, take anything for it and say some cancel vote, And it's okay, you're too awful. That's what the Supreme Court has said. Until everybody say elections are won at the polling station. Let's go and battle it there. That's let's stop it. If you stop it, you saw what the outcome was in 2012. I think the diameter say, oh, Yankophobia and Bambe, two, and it's in our numbers. Okay.
About 2016.
It's 2016. That's how I'm I say, I'm going for Bambe to, oh, I'm going for Bambe to Ampa. If you say, I'm going to Ghana, you, why be there fine? The other I'm going for Bambe to. 2020, we want to prove them, say, it wasn't because of Mukro for Ambambe to. It's because we've been able to stop that loophole that they used to exploit. And that's why I want them to police the election. I want them to be involved, tight in the process, and make sure that printing them, that county abano, and then everybody will know his smoothness level in terms of their real size in Ghana. I think your real size, we will know it in 2020. And OFOSUHENE is our campaign here now. We are not taking anything to chances. Yeah, but 2008, they're 2 years into you're 2 years old. So no, Sabi, Adiana F2 in 28 years, 4 years, Jumapa, near Master Uncle Bowie, a buy over your point. And Magana quality for almost 15 years. We don't want to make that mistake. In the election, we are taking it seriously. We will police the process. We will make sure that our agents are well prepared and trained, and we will leave nothing to chances. If we don't expect the EC to rig any election for us, we don't want any rig. We want to win and win on merit, right? In the same way, we expect the EC to conduct a fair, free election, and we want to participate in that fair, free election and win it hands down. EC do your job well and let all political parties participate in the fair process. That is all we are asking for. And OFOSUHENE, I can assure you that come December 9th, whenever somebody be signed for Mowi, the NPP will be winning hands down.
Very well. NPP will be winning hands down. Nana Yao, Ponsa, communication team member, NPP-USA, now you're turning can represent from Maryland. And of course, I've heard of it in Atwazi. I'm not radio now. Sukusua, Uti, fire for. If I say make call fire for fire, it's not. But this is let the truth be told series, and then Tuesday beyond schedule. So every Tuesday beyond this particular program, the course of NPP-USA Communication Directorate, Omodeba. It's in what I said. Let the truth be told series, and then the April live from the Rocky Mountains of Denver, Colorado, here in the United States. Jumadioti and Kalife and so Belton Kings, United Kingdom, Mansana FM, Samson Artin in Council. I've been on radio, Woodbridge, Virginia, also here in the United States. Tonight, the topic was peaceful election in 2020, a responsibility for all Ghanaians, and other matters. Joseph Osewusu, Joe Wise are joining from Kentucky. But the ones opposite to them, patrol for me now has into our Akacha Naja. But they are both account. Joseph was Joe Wise, what's the anchor? Okay, I said Joe Wise and T and comes to our business. I mean, said, panelists are also no, so be I'll be what other matters be opposite discuss here. I mean, I think hold on.
Yeah,
Uncle Kizito. Uncle Kizito, what's the main Kizito?
Yeah, what's it?
That's like Kizito from where Chapas or respond. Maybe I will go there.
Me.
Very well, until you. Yeah. Very well, okay. Yeah, but I mean, Mr. Ifamia, Kaka, what's the main
It's on Kappa opinion.
Very well, thank you. Yeah, it's just every year you call other matters of national interest so far on my Ghana. NDC for a bomb set the NPP especially when it comes to the health sector. Or even the president and his president and another cannot even boost of polyclinic. Did you hear them saying that? Notice some guys are sound.
Yeah, open yeah, my almost now Nah, okay.
Obviously, when it comes to health center, this was just what they are. Bob said, "Just Is that the case?
Okay, so omono health sector no infrastructure in the health sector.
Hey, almost they have so many to mention. I mean, almost a lot.
No, specifics.
Obviously, I extended expansion of Bridge Hospital, and then when it comes to University of Ghana Medical Center.
What? I don't think I know Mulusu. And you almost Oma expanded Bridge Hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're funny bako because a debate. What kind of tutum sana? Okay, so Rich Hospital no a year 450 bed right there. And no more renovation at a cost of refugee customer about 200.
Yeah, I'm fine. If I mean now, because I make
the same amount. Yeah, constructive fresh 600 bed hospital. So what are they talking about? Oh, what is cannabis deal? What is cannabis deal? Sorry, that's here. Now, another thing I need to say. See, Okasan was or compare 8 years because of Tutumusana a 8 years coverage. University of Ghana Medical Health, and Yamahama project. How many years they want to compare?
It's in their green book. That the green book will start from 2013 to 2016.
Green Book of Life.
So, that university, you are telling me that University of Medical Center Ligono?
Never.
It was started from where? Is this in the Kufuor regime? Is that what you're saying?
No. It started under a friend.
Mills. That was 2010-11.
And the idea be so much. What period do they want to compare? What do I say? Which period do they want to compare? Mahama, and now you buy and one. Offer University of Ghana Medical Hospital. And your completed project. It is not a complete. And a specialized Omao, as I saw medical okohono, as I saw Tianium, and it's not Kobie. Personnel no, as I saw Muman and Omunya ready. Omu commission first.
No, what is so many problems because see, I see, I can lay coffee by ministers according to who now can come back. What is so many problems?
And I said, one say NDC thinking, no. But one say thinking, no. So I say. COVID by minister Kodaho Entino minister Kodaho with what you can of winning. I mean, Casano and Koyamudameba a specialized hospital. A year first phase. Open once a walk a lady a easy up to a woman.
Right.
They commissioned it, Kako. They did not operationalize it. You know what it takes to operationalize a hospital? The personnel, equipment, air code, you check your car.
That's what I credit said. The equipment and the hospital. That's what it was. Just a
yes, that's to the commission. The second phase of it. It is ongoing. No more personnel. Especially you won't mean for just any net or be aware where you be uncle. Now they did the assessment. And a dream revenue. Now about in the news. Is it under the management of government or under the management of the university?
University, very contentious and that's some Kitakra.
They did not think through. Almost the end of the Uncle family. And it's no more can. Who saw Mokasa, no Maka, any hospital, any school, any CIA. You may be a wire. Who will personalize your opinion over school? What could you can do? You, no, what could do with it? What could you 35 million? Would your barber sugar factory? What could you coin be so? Say a year, Juma, up for toy teaching every year. Or commission year, no, that is the end.
What is so more? Bob to say more bandits, factory no more by a walk of Mama Ghana, Pesica.
Or Pata, or Casa, 7, and this is Casa, 7. Obisan na monti intellectual so mo school be no mo koye nti mo sua ye pa na mo ko to degree no wo ba be ka catch there say 1.35 million. Put your bench renovation we. Yanya be abandoned. What you catch here say a year tuma. And so anya ko kumfina kwafia. Ko akumfina kwafia. Your friend will be sustainability. So I say, agenda wo ye e sustainable. And the abandon your source of finance management. And more so or the boa. Continuity ni sahani manema ina corporate governance sahani manema ina you will be a set outgrower or more move feed a year with the feed I have that so that's here and the NDC for the you can't management of a country now almost you have to tell what or to my work at hand ya kwa so go school ya ben channel any yi one when you have house sector, you better now 1.3 billion and an down. No nurses, you twin fire nurses, emaning. You better now ambulances, the whole country, 35 million people. 32 million.
The ambulance already says 55. And quite a million.
Yes, no 55 have been Yajuma. Yet over 300. About the 307. Opinion drones. 4 station centers, modern way of administering medication and health to the people. Drones, COVID-19 by drones deliver over 2,500 samples.
Wow.
Whatever
yes, infectious disease center.
Yes. What are they talking about? There were 100 bed infectious disease
100 bed, they just built within this COVID-19 time year period, yeah.
I don't know, Canada, Japan,
that's the one the military for the building, right?
Yes, within 2 weeks. The 2 months in Swa, I tend to be corrected, 2 weeks or 2 months. Tennessee again, what I say, mobilize local resources, opening in the health sector. COVID-19 you see, you're closing your body now to damn what's in handy. And you're mobilizing local experts. We became the toast of the world. Okay, I think central medical stores. This is the legacy of NDC. Central medical stores. U.S. embassy all come once and no.
I remember that.
Yet this is when you know by the government to investigate. Or we investigate your who say your one. And no movie then your friend saying Sharia no health minister. Or we ready I said we fear more better. And this is for a health sector. So the NCR digitize the whole opinion. So that's here. And you know,
so listen to their campaign where Amode Basse free primary health. I don't know where my boy from you know. What is that? What is that mean? The meaning of free primary health care, whatever. I don't get it. Who know what I should say? So Sebastian doesn't say health insurance they hold it down. And no Nejuma now because I think that health insurance they cover say free primary and that's how they say.
Yes, Niomuka saw much no ridiculous because near idea existed Adam. And almost have one says all for manifest. How much no money or more than every huna or more other issues. Or more can no matter. Contract here. Among for more activity security issues. And no more story from BBC with audio so no adeno. They cannot debate the issue because what's the health sector making? Open University of Ghana Medical year and your completed project. And 30 and a mil. And the person who said, Mama power project then on.
But who said First Lady Kumasi. I do say, then that's a papa crow. And why you call when you had the normal made it for money at the other.
Yeah, exactly.
And go out modern with power is almost your honor. Just say, and when people buy an assessment, the cost, we told me to say, and before I would have sometimes I was like, what is serious? Really?
Maternity ward work on for nothing. Now that for 44 years.
44 years, do a example regime.
Yes, we expansion work on the bull. Upon we expansion work on the book. What did I say?
I even saw we say deputy health minister. I be sure you saying the medical blog of Kwalibupa Kakape. I don't know so who pictures Libya. Hey, Kwalibu medical blog. Yeah. Oh my God! Who I just say it's an eyesore. It's on site.
Nyananadu who yan the opinion. Oko health sector, agric infrastructure, fisheries, education. Opinion projects bebre or home a bit as far back as Kwame Nkrumah Mreso. Oh, and the Yaja Honoman, I get taxpayers' money, Yakobo Bosnia, and Yadiabe Bosnia, a means for some people to line their pockets. The more the Bosnia delays, the more they take their money. What the Bosnia also be 10 years, 20 years, and to who know what you are more.
But what can you say there? Maybe because the former president, the fiber of the National Democratic Congress, the government led by his another Danko Kufuado, must borrow as much as 140 billion Ghana cedis. There's nothing to show off. Well, yeah, he said, "Why can't my brother can't afford it?" Says Scapbo to Supuna Wakobono. Because one need to be able to be that's why I said, "Maybe be a but you says Kakasina." Former President John Mama Nekazazim. How do you take that?
Very well. Very well. Again, so Yabob was here. We have nothing to show off. And no, it goes back to: are we comparing a more presidency of 8 years or Mahama Nkwa? Mahama Nkwa, me say, on a major project on what's that? Yeah, a complete year, and you're going to have none. It's a major project now. Opinion: should the banking sector, clean up? Mahama in 2015, 2016 State of the Nation address, Eka said, banking sector, it is heading towards a camp. Now, yet it's a Ponzi scheme, no. Your friend is saying corporate governance near the
so he saw it coming.
They were benefiting. They were benefiting from it. Okay, clean up and in your med or no brother Kurano in one of the board meetings. No, Omoka said, I brought here in Piamo, Bebu Bank you. Now, the Kasan Spade, this of the president Okasa, taking advantage of the president. Aboka, Ononkwa, Kobo, Busia, it need be a bank back. Into opinion, now banking sector, no, I yes, a time bomb waiting to happen. A back cleaning over 20 billion and a call. Banway, I get through to the people why what you or more, but they can't do in no matter. A free honor. So I say, opinion, Tawoko, a energy sector. Then capacity, about 2,500. Almost was signed contract for almost 5,000 capacity a power generation. And the contract now almost as we say, or generate Uber to slow. Yeah. And you already know, your capacity nuclear year 30 financial challenges no. What on the ball? Kind of why you your financial management near for a big problem. And a year poker opening a $1 millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars every month.
Wow, every month.
And you know, well, now what was trying that contract we are. Say you find it. Me want my 5. Obi abenya room than 5 bedroom. On see Darby, me kwa 10 bedroom house or a 15 bedroom house. Because that
empty rooms already are there.
And you know, one say 5 bedrooms no kwa no one. What do you mean chiaka? The financial management is a problem. That is the NDT for you. Or more thinking, and you are more financial management for you. Open your buy now. Pong can be what your teacher training allowances? So what I say, what your teacher training allowances? Musha granta. Education sector, agric sector, all these places, health sector, health 1.2 billion. education sector sika wo no mu ntua hwe workers aye adwuma opanyini yentia e ka na e da ho enye kaketoa na po ebosu de bia yese ko abubu afo enko.
You know what is peculiar? It's but everyone said during the time of the former president, the time Mombusa the same. He said he also is kind of Franco because and there's other parliamentarians have been sleeping at the parliament because of Skevi Ombejibiano. It went through the parliament no more approving. So we don't know what has changed. The former president referring one. So when he come out, so some people say, the current president so what is he confused or is just definitely one as I say?
No, flat no or no man at the end of the dream. That is what it is.
Because he said it to us, he ended with a car some years ago, or what a car is. I don't know, I was a little worker, so I tried to say 140 billion car president title. Be also, you put every look as the and the parliamentarians are not because Kevin Bejibian, they went to parliament for them to approve it.
Yeah, can you buy and almost has your corrupt? You buy and in the road sector, almost submitted a anything. I forgot the exact name of we use so paperwork like for payment. I bind you almost submitted 11 billion.
Okay, judgment debtor.
Road sector.
Road sector. Oh, okay.
As someone can statutory payment to can't just out here. Double salary nominate na den
payment constitutional
almost procurement near my father. What you can't call corruption for me. I'm not coming there. 11 billion. And almost submit here. Yeah, audit. Not 5 billion there in Kangumu. But as we speak, most of the 6 billion in the road sector are buying a tria. How do you call that? Check. Not among for workers, health sector, any education sector. Opinion, or my year, Juma, 2 good years, 3 years. Opinion, 2 or 3 months. Now, not to about clear or munina. I think Naposa, they've cleared about 91%. Teachers, check tier 2 pension. Naka, you do, now you're 3.1 billion. Whoa, Mama, and this form, or me a wiki. Pensioners, Omusika, Nintia, Nana to Tanka Kufu and Abetia. And this all, health sector, check and pay, Hadi. We are renegotiating, but you are forced to pay whatever is there. Debt, check, and you buy your friend anything, a married deal, and what the kind of Nini now, the road sector, because your farm workers, Yentimin Chomoka Abetia, health sector. Health sector. A one look at the home, Yabetia, Aquaco ambulance, Eddie Jones, Yata, the Tahoe, Unco education, opinion, Yaquaco Pabusia, where 1.2 billion, 1.5 billion, Eddie declare all the infrastructure, and you've seen the woman most of this infrastructure make me the about. What we've done in the agri sector, planting for food and jobs, and so it is not like Omona, Mahama Beto economy no 14%. Now, it's in last year grow because they borrow for consumption. On one better, or say you are green and panning in a Amanaka Dumpe, Eddie Manako say IMF. A total reverse. And a total reverse of what we came to meet. And this is what we've done with all the money that we borrow.
Well, but now, is the national treasurer, right? NPP-USA. Emmanuel Dako.
Right.
Very well.
For me to conclude,
message I'll just conclude. I was sending message. We are making already.
Oh no, that's what was so about.
David, but it's just a short message we can say. The NPP government is ready to meet the National Democratic the money. That's what treasure. I mean, how can you? The NPP government is ready to meet the National Democratic Court. NDC, but I don't know about that. I know National Democratic Congress, but the National Democratic Court, boot for boot. No fear, no intimidation. Emmanuel Dako, Charlotte, North Carolina. That's a treasure. Now, where you are the man, I don't know about that's the body call. I know about that's the Democratic call. Anyway.
Media crowd, I'm from Democratic.
But maybe a Dr. Jumo as a medical person, maybe a halfway, maybe all the way to match the primary winner. I don't know because I feel that primary normal can mean me. I try to yes, papa, so was primary health care. Minimum say this current health insurance does it not cover that primary normal Canada. And into that this was on bar. Was it?
Now we'll be saying.
Oh, say that based on money no change when I be a doctor. Tibia, because I knew that primary normal purchases. There's other primary maybe national health insurance in Coba was a day on internal on Bombay free. I'm just.
I don't know
yes, doctor, me too.
National health insurance. Omo baba ye ne basabasa na omo ntimi ntia eja aka bebregu a okwatokwaso be mount mafira untie ni di primary health care national health insurance cover primary health care enti edin for just another word pen omo use for what is in existence na do dan kwakufu ado abehye kena abetie ka da ho nyina asa a revive no ama eye na ju senia esiye no pepepepepe e ma kwa wo a omuntua sika kese enema bebre
almost say essentially normal the own record format and also do you think Adibia is it going to help
national health insurance no more buy no omo de ka gu ho mai ema uko hospital a yesi wankasa to kutokom kia na dia kofo setting ya eye one of kofo's vibrant program eye adwuma 8 years ni na ema omo ba be say no amana na do dan kwa kofo ado abeshem so omo ba no so mbe ye bibia eye nada NDC is all about nada tanya ka fe actually mu pepepe no eye nada.
Very well.
NDC doesn't have anything better for Ghana.
Very well. Dr. Jumodi, I think I better Emmanuel Dako send a message. I can't remember. People me one question was our power. I have seen it. I see between 2000 and 2012, Ghana debt stock increased by 267%. Between 2012 and 2016, the increase was 243%. The increase from 2016 to 2019 was 76%, including one-time financial sector bailout. Who has borrowed more? NDC government sold Ghana into debt than NPP. Emmanuel Dako, that's the NPP-USA. From Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Mr. Deputy Communication Director.
I didn't for
very well. See, where they can you better you can say other matters near.
Right.
Some of the NPP for no, when we say dear Baku NPP, we share history now about say in Kabo Muni Honoma. Anytime we in Kabo Munchadanja, you know, Abuko elections are in December.
Right.
As some of the members CBI Peter, especially in the Santi region. One particular guy being, I think, quite precisely, if I'm not mistaken. Or just one quite independent now, even another done for the crowd with. But the president has come out and said it emphatically. So be a independent, the people should vote against them or him or her. Listen to this guy. He was an executive member, an officer. I was a constituency. What is going on with NPP? Why they almost Mazari because the guy has filed his form. I was standing for independence.
Right, Medase. So, and only one of those isolated cases. No, yeah, I talk about isolated cases because we had 275 constituencies in the country, right? for of course, definitely a human institution, and one or two will have infractions, and there are, yet I must say, what here. I mean, most of the people that the president talked to, and I said, after the president spoke, I will say yes. Before that, there was a group of NPP people for the first time. I don't know, they came out clearly say yes. Election some of them were incumbent or they are still in parliament or Maluchi, which is the next or Mumba. Rather, there's a host of them. Some of them, Collins, and there were some people that we thought that they could bring surprises like a war and some other. But I mean, the people, the people saw the really so on. Some people felt that they've not been treated fairly, blah blah blah, and all that kind of stuff. But it is a human institution, and so on. So as a leader, I mean, we're making you say yes, you belong to this one. Let us now. What happened in our Klole, it should be a call for people to know. Say that guy was a young guy. He was a young guy full of but unfair. If they drew elections, they may be pushed from where they will be back. You do. You do see who we are. There are no class. One, if you don't see the foresight and you don't see the vision, that's a ukokodi will either your personal and as a ubi and they push you now kokodi chida. I mean, and so the president has issued a very experienced one, and those who think that they really belong to the political party will listen to what leadership is saying, which is abandon your independent ambition and join us so that we win. Because so some will listen, some won't, but they should be ready for their consequences. So
you know one thing I saw this weekend. Ashanti Regional Minister, when the Vice President went to Bekwai, the original platform of fair Deputy Educational Minister, Duchum. So Duchum they be tuned, right? And I think the margin crowd was very slight in the primaries, but he worked together with him. And then he's a regional minister of Ashanti. They can some say more yes. So what's my need primaries now? Don't say maybe there's an alternative. If you really so say party, power support to party, join the party. And we need listen now. There's so many opportunities avenues out there for you. Let's just say MPT. It is one the party big cry in family.
Exactly.
And I think so those who are doing that, I think the selfish interest. No, I hate too much. Especially the one in Bekwai. I hope so. I don't know. But I don't make the point that it has happened before. You once did the same thing, so I don't know maybe that more.
Right. Oh, Sanya, new king, new law, new leadership, new rules.
Absolutely.
Rule changes. And a Drew Babina Adiabi is becoming a person about but one controls who are on. Now, all can be to work for everybody. But we have an organized group too. So what they are there. So, and I have friends that are more participating in a couple of elections in the past. So, now, almost the way they were treated after they lost, they became happy. And most of them abandoned the idea of even going to parliament. There are so many opportunities within the political settings. So what they are there. And there is always another way to, find and do it. And at this point, we are going to appeal to these people with all this ambition and the group. It is our dear. It is any other group be a woman. One no yere dim komobi. Atadibina motor, plan is dinner more. We say young good we say you better with your young for with your bobo, but at the end of the day, and yes, your power, you're dear, young falcon in our dealing. So, I mean, in that case, maybe why? I mean, conditional and you and so we have to know, say, do baby a beefy by do baby and fee by but because they belong to that bigger group, you know, then we calm down and move forward so that together and with unity.
Well,
yeah.
Well, wait, Doctor, Paul, sister.
I don't know, I think so.
Movie that minimum Sandra, minimum Sandra is. I have messed with me when you have opinion, can say. And one yet, you be for being 7 years, well, yeah, I can say, your Captain Smart in December 2 days. I had a running mate of the NDC. Or sure, let us take a UCC4 and standing on the contract, man. Doing that in Moana, July in Moana. A former president, John Dramani, nominating as a running mate. It's in August and September now. Invest in Sarah Yakuna Council. Now, me once is on net maybe as a horse for that 2 months in now. It's in Moana. Running mate, no statement. President by say, fine, do a sense at them or Cholet to extend the contract near the bed. Well, who scan as on accounts, but she's intended to return them. I don't know if it's as Second Captain and Babeka, our Pontia, is he still going to return those salaries back to the state? Yeah. Well, yeah,
as for this woman, oh, are you a doctor?
Doctor, it's you.
Yeah, she should return the money because someone tried there. And then they say,
oh, but she says she's intended to return, but no, maybe I say it's a accounting mechanic, it's going to be returning.
No, they won't mean, but she should return it because I check it's been almost 2 months. Waji August, dear, Asaji September, dear. And he's uncle returning and so returning or get the NPP.
So such person will be I say I mean raise question on her.
Because as a person with integrity dear and can get the who sabe tom pepe penanka, she should address it.
Immediately, like what Martiamido did when somebody he saw money in the account immediately now or we can't check out process can be good accounts but wouldn't be free buy.
Yeah, and call or returning and or catch a gun for say my returning as it would have boded well for her. But what now 1 month, August, 1 fan call. September and Swabi Guma you do October. And the Captain Smart Becca and Son after the walk say what did I call? And it has not boded well for her. It's not a sign of it's not a good sign of integrity.
Very well. I just Dr. Thomas says no sign of good, the integrity. Say the integrity should be up. Say because I quite say, I have kicked pony, and then I know many wise kind of say, "Nee says China for we concern contract." That's easy. Who say Captain Mekanka? Is he going to really solve it to return this guy back?
Yeah, opinion that's it. And confirm. One thing, or say. Let us say intent.
Yeah, intent.
Intent, first one about it. Second one, so if you are intending, now having a year intent, maybe your consultation say, I did it and hear what is the illegal idea of Banania. One say, my opportunity now we can punch a lot of holes into the idea.
Of course, I mean that's what opportunity. That's a platform for you. I gave you the opportunity.
Who put two applications, and our position and you may not go back there. You have to notify them. In fact, there are 2 issues in this case. What the individual, based on the personality in society, we should have done. And the second thing is what the system should have done. Or now going forward, what the system should have done.
Like I said, this I think say validated say back we ejuma sana pursue its Google accounts. And I say it's good ejuma can the Google accounts
for the most part, Ghana civil servants, or Mudi, but you remember, and only at the third, and only at the second, third after. Well, and as as Obia, we are looking up to you. No? You are coming to occupy the second most powerful in the country.
Office.
Maybe a Yankopon, and your two attorneys is that you become the most powerful person in the country. Now, when to me and you this is a public announcement. And when people will be to say, okay, example, okay, Obi or no, dear, or number two, who she was all part of BB, no, I'll let you. Hey, just a phone call. This is just a phone call. Your friend saying, August, dear, by you, shouldn't have come. Now, what dear August about? Is that what this? Because your friend
oh, that mean, Kakapo. He said, why busy? Who's campaign that was in terms of, or should I know Odisa?
I can't say your friend is saying, Momo, Pawamiaba, Momo Crania, ultimate transfer, no near Nade. They cannot come and put a year in our way. Oh, Yan, what I did is car. About the political campaign in Ghana, a chieftain. And Yana, Yan, Tiasa Mahama, Abande campaign, not on a deal of Copescano.
I don't look at fast. I enter 80 river. Sorry, I see what broke out. Is it to the Bahama broke up?
Where do we get all that information from? And your internet here, so bad, I'm coming so. Then, I found the best honor. Only one more way. It's as a campaign to Mahamanka. And this is one to go. Now, one, and the question of integrity, no, August about one country, September about, after wherever I attend. On cancer will activate you. What's the one? And such people are dangerous. You see, at that level, no, at that level. I one or and you may be copy or ama.
But you be Mike, what's the maker?
I'm a tonka.
Okay. That's my not casual as it me who there goes to be.
Oh, sir. Because Joe Wise was not more as own for Joe.
To be fair, I know on my website. Oh, I called Joe Wise. Everything I busy. So about the I remember Kakapedia is not on so much because your friend are not responded. Right.
Kakape Cosma.
And you know, now leadership, obey a role model for others. Now, one said. That clicking. I have to do hello.
What's super?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, very good. So, double salary clicking. They are planning more mayhem when they get the opportunity. And this is a typical example. Now, the second thing should have been what the system should do for people like that. Yeah, a bit free system. If you repeatedly now this if you been a better senior or merge and we should find a way of doing all these things. And I think that as we go along, any digitization, we are going to step through the system. It takes a long time to establish a system. Recently, information minister about the culture and said there was a certain number of people that have been cleared, that have been cleared of the system. So, and we have to make sure that we improve upon the system and improve upon the system. But what system? High-level personalities of state. You say you can think of what is going on behind it.
Very well.
And lifting us off power. And when we get them, we shouldn't spare them. This is not a time to sugarcoat anything.
At all.
He did not intend taking it back. Kobajia and Kanya Captain Smart and not thank Captain Smart at Tonopo, no monitor for bare 6 months.
That's at the information. Because this is something you need to watch it. A bit of for the kind of person we have to continue to rubber. Yeah, that's it. Mike, I think right now we can continue from say Joe. Okay. Yeah, that
yo, Kakape better was Papa Pawonia. What they are about to so am I? Joe, me battle was Joe Wise. Ramsey another Joe I busy.
What is that?
Any Kizito.
Kizito also TV keke.
Also betie bi o.
Yeah.
All right.
Tizito yate on kacho.
And I say obakro on kasa. O teso. Yeah. Yo. Said Madam Joe, so why busy until non so empty and I am wrapping up nothing.
Remember me coming there said me buy me I said okay ja so me go to the bed. Me host that meet me can too much and more of across the NPP complicated that to only say more chance number or with me every who there cause better Mike I think say and then we listen to my FM na utie the former deputy former minister of energy honorable Bweche Jako. In fact I never need to pass and maintain a voice. In fact you can communication with the DBH. Talking about constructive communicator. I mean, just a man can start to say yes. Now, historically, on my end in NPP, I learned a lot from him. I think that we need more people like this when it reaches this time. See, I'm going to be customer city pa.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the time. In fact, Honorable Japu can say, this is the time everybody have to come on, all hands on the table. Let's unite like Manchester United. Near Kosa Kueno, they could be in the bra, they could be in the bar. I must not be any other because of my penny for the guy. Say it's better so by your friends say messenger in a willing party, than to be a chairman of the opposition party. It's very important when it comes to this election, especially this particular election 2020. Critical because independent economy, the two political parties. We have a president. This one over 4 years record on, and the former president also person somebody also record is there. The people can look at the lines when the record need to say when it comes to corruption, when it comes to agriculture, all this infrastructure, all the roads. Just any people who need what will be a record here.
Yeah.
And then so the near canon. And then the pecum, and then woody, and then tokwa, and then Sakako will be no Korea. No, it's about say the issues are bad. Wow, show your youth for Ghana. Now share these political parties no near my year, or mobile, and don't share some yoku. Stay your question, Okada for was coming to my cycle. Now, or normal casa, just I was most of them, Mike, so yeah, most of them. I would say yes, I say, Okada for the same nominal, but that support to NPP, Abukano, they are ready. Say, Okada go in your near NPP, some Matthias, I say, Ombe, mom, bibi, papa, they will give them cars. Nobody, no more civil life than this, what they are doing. And this is what we are talking about. And then talk on any Pekun, and then to BPR. I think, I don't agree to be taking note of that, say. This time we are going fight. You're facing about said 92, 96, 2000, 2004, 2008, 12, 16. Said I make a trap band say in the Peplani, go be sick. I think it's a better of the past coming 2020. And I believe that and Petty Forces Roger or President Neighbor is Nene and the Parliament are probably in Nana. I won't care some better talk of him. I'm okay. Some panel said this what we are here. Say yes, I bet was I am mamo. As a man for a money. Moshe, no more trouble mine. That is what we are all looking for. Oh, quiet for the beer. Zano winning a kika. Now, man, they had drink a car him for no academics. A hammy kakra. Say, or hint dear, put them fin mouth mine. Cause the panel more mine now, that's a good atimono. Oh, maybe you'll be a alcohol. It's all your mind and how you're here now. Now take a stand there, support you. A passer, and yet they'll find it secret as on mine. I saw him now, mind, and as all good model. And some of the chiefs are doing this, and it's very bad. And so we just had to because they're fast and trauma. And see, like, so far, I believe that this 2020 election there, I hope, say, Ghana for will now know what they have to do. And it's their responsibility, say, on making sure that there's peace coming this election. Because as a citizen in Ankasano, also who are a responsibility. Say, so to be Buana Subibo, my Bia, It took a two upon a Yakufie, a bono numerous, a boy not self as a corner, not uncle back. Ben control Ben could down as a police and also in our could down say, and no, and fight near BBM, or you know, Kupra, what Pragu, what Prakwa. And the police in Yamma, or we can be taking note of that because I don't know you're trouble anything, the police station around Sana and be the into Kuniade, and for so be any. And the police said, youth for an taking sad winner, it's Msena Chichomuna, especially what actually happened in your sense. We don't want that to see MPC sadly be coming December 7, 2020. Mike, I think that so far the bit my car fine there. Let the two be too serious now, and then people communicated directly for the brain. I don't have much to say, but that's all I can say for now. And Mike, what do you mean, I think they made my car on this.
All right.
Let the truth be told serious enough. They made me there until so far I wait my to answer that. Yeah, it's a bit my dinner baby.
Nana ebedo was nana ya amwakohene OFOSUHENE ena yete ne nkan or the Nigerian interest from kon and so ede abeto so ama nana yada as yenda ye natie fo nso nyina ase ene wona ene on di dwuma sai nyankopon ya adoma ochina the same time the same place ye besan aba na ene development en sabeka no so ye de abra ye atie
the Mike did to say the late MP in Irene said next year na NP4 communication is that what it is?
Yeah, I said near be the number from Musa and you know as time goes on ye anybody actually near.
Because when the president went there, the people were saying no wife, no vote. So they were kind of well said development. I'm going to your gun or say we have from I don't know them, but anyway.
So you don't know I capable of doing the job on quite
that's the anyway,
Kakabe can be. Kakabe
say, "Yeah, but be certain chance as we are saying as but not some way. We are in a democratic way. There's some timber space, ma. Mamu, yes, I will be in the idea to be says we no.
Kakabe or Bibi can't found Kakabe.
Yeah, OFOSUHENE, and yet, I've been on a lot of platforms with so Obiwa. They look at why the first way better winning seat. So that is the main thing that.
Okay, they look at how they can, continue to win the seat. I mean, over here they bet Mabami winning seat, and here the most important thing. Okay, Matras.
Right. But beside that, I don't think that it will always happen fair. Once there is a qualification, Emma would be standing in a particular constituency.
Right, as an MP.
As an MP. In the factors to qualify and nominate. So all the factors are there that point to that. The point here, I don't think that the acclamation of people saying this is not there. And you're always the case that will be who and the anonymous. The records don't show that. Yeah, I think, yeah. But they look at capability. And in most cases where they've said that, as I said, as soon as you win it, So, I mean, in their politics, they are winning, But the person.
That's very critical. If you look at the results about 2016, a close for. Because then this is at 26,021, then I will relate MP at 26,758. So it was kind of very, very close.
Right.
And he took it from the NDC. I think they tried to get their seat back. So they have to be very, very careful on that seat. Right. And I hope that maybe sympathy vote to kick in this time.
Exactly. So, I mean, and anything that helps out. And there's something important. I mean, ever get much. You ever one that will be.
The central region is going to be, among because the central region and Greater Accra region is going to determine who is going to be the next win the election. And this after the registration now, we hear the percentage of voters gain in both regions now. And that's some Kitaka, especially Kitaka. It's like 35.64%. Now he might just vote the record on 445,000, and it's critical. So whoever is going to win with the Greater Accra region is going to win the election. And I believe that the NPP Juma before we first lead the Juma or Greater Accra share near Koswa. I mean,
yeah, and
the ruling party is doing very well. I mean, you share.
Exactly.
Also, NPP is good in when it comes to election. They will more make you or more slogans near dinner for more for Nana to do more.
That's right.
One district, one for two, free senior high school, one village, one down. And it come off with him. It catch, all the parts. No, what 4 more to do more for 4 more for Nana to do more. This is the situation where our political party they don't want to be first look. We are going to be and say no about us. No, other Marcus always say Michael Kaibako. One 2012.
No, one Zongo, one Motri. One Okada, one legalization.
It's the big. I don't want this in 2012.
Yeah.
You can't watch that one.
You big.
What?
And go for when you're serious.
Your mama can't watch that. Was either me, watch that.
A whole president.
Are you serious?
A whole president, no, so can be. No, Ababa say. No, Ababa say.
NDC, no, Ababa say. NDC, you can't trade that. No, Ababa say. NDC. You know what? Third one, no. Who say about?
Nana go for office again. Office any page me. Office any page me to say moi.
Hey, I was shocked for Mike. Mr. Help, I did this. I was saying, no, Mama, is this serious? No, Mama said, no, shit. Who say about that's what they call we really listening to that. Wow.
No, Ababa say. No, Ababa say.
Ababa say. NDC. Don't think you say about. That's it. We really listen. So it's one kind of by it just say it doesn't count any substance. We just say BPI said that. But look at 4 more to do more because you are here 4. Yes, 4 more again to do more.
What one said? My minister 4 more to do more. One said we work within a budget. So and think buy no na sika wo ho enough. Say sika wo ho enough to say Ebianka, every district be a factory, no need a union anka. But okay, budget now, Ebia factory, a bit my 38. Let a say, until you call that piecemeal approach because it's a South Shama baby. But we are saying that, okay, if you look at free essays in your post, you're permanent possible. You're pivot. Yankola at the basic level, you will be there by a friend gallop, which is not less endowed schools, more mutica, no muntimima and colano, a unimla, Saturday and classic, and calculating Kawonko, who knew Nubabiano, Munina, Benya, Aquaniano to catch up with the endowed school. And Tiamunina or and collect a JSS way or more school fees or more exam fees. Yeah, funny no other. Yeah, increasing capitation grant and this other one. So what you say? And you know, and you have peace, and you know, and yeah, and you be economy, the mobile by them. You can't get Benyano. You have investing in Ghanaian. And you'll be a Baba investing in slavery. So,
but I was listening to our Lizzie, Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry. In fact, also I said former President Doc I said Apotroka. In fact, if I see the Germans the club wolf, said the former president was standing there doing that. Say Obia, you know better as a former president. You still Apotroka.
Kagape. Yes, sir. Manyan TSA American company Boeing ye planes nomniadi. Eguso mo edin komo mpesa mo kobie wo mo.
Oh yeah, mo kai na uni ha.
Okay. Service center.
Mo West Africa West Africa assembling plant, the Bayer repairs, non assembling the
yeah.
the Bagana, and Ghana government, 18 Kobo. Yan
Just a Numa Pan Ebasi. Now, open any zip wa now be our intimentum. Now, no Kotobaman.
Exactly. Investors know they look at the competence of the people talking.
Yeah.
The seriousness of their action.
I drink Cassia, I drink some more do and ever.
And on what then it said, most of the people in the government,
yeah,
they were heading them here. Just wouldn't Ghana for or head of most of these American companies, especially financial institutions, management, head funds, nominee at nothing opinion. You have no idea. Come, I remember one example. Dr. Mensah.
Yeah.
They see Dr. Mensah and they develop drones for the American defense system. Now drones now, no. The other most of these national.
You talk about Thomas Mensah.
Dr. Mensah.
Dr. Thomas Mensah. Zano.
Dr. Thomas Mensah, yeah. The Ghana with the railway development,
Right, Thomas Mensah. Okay.
The railway development in Ghana. Also, yes, this is the right man for the country. And no, baby, a person how to go. But see, some on they develop American drones for the defense system. Drones, and yet detectable. And I'm why you because this is what this man is capable of. And it's put these teams all over the world. It's a hotel. I didn't talk COVID-19. Ghana, health sector, any young we were able to link the disease and the America, conform any defense, any health sector, and how you apply everything that works. No, and the friend is saying, Nana do Danko Akufuado, or so, now perform wonders, and Yama Yenti Bida. If you said that they are not possible, what Boa didn't draw, they should have manner possible. Our mono, those who were doomsayers, not your Muslim, and did you wrong. Or my make a statement to be my young fire drink, almost a question, and Sanagani. Or more, Bermuno. No, many are more opposition, or what is so imagining. Or Bermudium or better catch us a question, and Sanagani. And you know, or pay a Quanyano Bahonua baby. I have far more to do more. Young quiet, forward ever, backward never. And Mahama crowd and Ukrainian, greedy, corrupt, and nation recapa. Opinion.
Yes, I can silence so. Kakapani has said, Yanum near the phone say, and Yanum Binumola is so muti life from Ghana. Omo emfa message in cause police panyi yesrano woma police abambono emunya den pa emunya den if say from now we coping say beto aba no encrophobia e omo adwen say omo ma oman no emu enjo enti se ni akoye no akoye boot for boot obi adisia is for police for no say won twam free oman Mom, yes, and a batum remunti way opposition party member. Yeah, say I want sha. Becca say, witch hunting. Massa, any punk one we here. Crime has no respecter of person. Anti-crime there a crime. Obi obedi bonny, yenchino, yen jailino. Jail no so mumu emu no. And yes, sir. Obakon ansa na ochina ni yayi no no ne nam ho ye das kakape ma memfa me ba do se
me fwa so pa
yo ye das ma men ko fa Kofi Charles na ye wie Kofi Charles na fe ye pon anesa oban Kofi Charles o te me kan mo akwa ba
me jo so
bibi aboko
nyame adon so
oba de adaroma ye ho ye ntie we
and fire about the D-Day, no, as you didn't but
in the you form your own auxiliary army. They have to be loyal to you. On the wing, let's see, Benki Srukra. Against but what I just in Yamafa. I don't know. Yeah, we're there. Now, yeah, you know, greater car move now or no. A very scary car because you go some particular ethnic group do on more. I won't pay a party. I won't pay a party. Yeah, make a first leadership, you know, so many percent. No boy, the second term, yeah. You know, anti by popular commission. By popular commission, we are not being used. It's about young person. Come once you are seeking it's in your own food. Say number 10. That's almost here. Now, in your yeah, that's the that's the call and come for life. No, not partly in your national character. Not partly in your national character. Now, can be a better 1 week between keep people for there. I think go put me at your party, no money at it. No, I was after me some and one time somewhere I find the degree a beer party. Some few people now, of course, are probably moving now, could be some money independent. Oh, and he says to no money now, and no one letter. Did you actually you now the horse company and next time making a major momo fast after we parliamentary can be good, another position can be good. The highest bidder.
Cincinnati.
One, I don't know. Politics is about numbers. If you see me, yeah, go from Quebec, yes, but you also who you can be to zero. Like our home market, yes, I didn't make wrong thing. Yeah, you also, you know, but how are you saying? Or this is come on the mail, what else, maybe, why a stronghold, you can be to zero. You know, gotten a bank at that. You mean, not for the year, you can hold on. Only find out about, only know about the BDS, only about BDS, you know. No man is around as well. Oh, you can't come back here. Come on, back here. Where you must
Yo,
then I know you. The other one is ready to leave you. No, from about me apart, dear. And yet, I'm not a prophet of doom.
yet now, Opany,
that's I did the open in your draw.
You have to plan ahead. You have to plan ahead.
Yeah, winning. Yeah, sign after 4 more years.
There is a quick regular
there were 4 more to go.
Says Autobus.
I need it. It's a foregone conclusion.
Yo, go vitas a better. Yo, and that's Kakape. Yeah, no, my uncle.
Yeah, open your concern. Well, a lot of people have said that, but Shadia, are you no kind? The piano, a winning 2020 elections. So what I say. After 2020, you know, the rest of the Disney camp. But this issue of way, you know, I think about up enough, and the party has learned its lesson. And yet the duty of the president to obey. I mean, the party, you know, duty to obey you for us. And we are going to cross that bridge. But for now, no. Yes, you focus on the 2020 election, and afterwards we can pick this issue up. Open with that.
Yo, you better be on the phone. Me say, OFOSUHENE.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah. Now, what one yammer and see a boiling point, no, and some I Boachie Jako, former Minister of Energy, or can sem ne papa. Yes, and ya tumama, Nyabutre, Natie, near Corso ne, ewo man FM, one Casabebo unsem. Enunti, Yan Semre, better munyanase, na mena Matia for any me new hometown. Kumawu Bodomase. Men now munyana se or mutie jumedie papa. Kumawu Bodomase for chese. Yanu omwa nedi jumei. Na mabusu ya penyi so Ghana money. Menana se ewo kwansron so. Enchianko mo bibiara. Ochina yame aduma. Sabre ebo 5 Ghana time. Denver time na yes 7 New York no ye besan e de ensempano e de abrem onyame nhyiramo na onka ho no nhwe so ya wo ho ma asembi ye da urade oba de nyankopon nase woni a odien abeduru Ebenezer onyame ka munyina mo ho wo kodai onyame ma wonna munya dwo ochina wo mie kwan soronko bi emfa ma wo bisade wakoma so ade onyame onye ma na wonso kra eni enye onyame nhyira munya enano na ye NPP-USA ene no on di enkomwe eye Director Josephine ono ena eda ano ena yenu ya kakape eye deputy Dr. Jumo enso so ye deputy ena fe Joe Wise eba ena yenu ya Dan opon enso eba Kofi Charles bai ena fe nana ya amakwenye OFOSUHENE so na meneno edi dwumadie ebremo onyame nhyiro bibiara ye na tiefo ya mowo ewiase fa na nyina mesra me padie bi ato ewo France enti se obi ni mo bi owo France na obetimi anya bia mamia anka ebeboa me enti me WhatsApp number no 720-275-9923 720-275-9923 WhatsApp mo amutie from France no so say obetimi afre me 720-275-9923 our WhatsApp na yeni enkomo yade boiling point ede to aswama onyame nhyiraw anyway good night everybody
ena esese party for ye ede kire odo de ma party na omode ehwese party no begina ho se baako omfa ye mfirase emfa ho ya na afi enhu de ye de abefa ova mo akwaba
kobram joso
na ho ye
na mi adaruma eye pa
Ghana for afil.
Metiapo. Oh, Miss Murphy Ghana for ba.
Ene ye da asese na waba.
Yo.
Enti baby aye kan ne difference. Me just what oti akire o gather a lot of information. We need intelligence on the party for kasa. Me ade. I say akọ primary say wie yakọ akọfale but the be akọfale baby aye yie baby o monka aye nti ase ba baby nti ase mai. Die necessary party for no motiase e die necessary omusia
yo kwabra medase ne edikan michia wetiefo se mene etiefo di nkomo acheriye
papa
ekoba mfie mi ensankore ni afincheba yo
asomukon
na enumre de titru pa de in as much as many Ghana adishie nyina na ekasa no titru emutitru pa ne pa wo mo pa na me pese wo mo hwen wo mo aso niti of course say amaima so ehwen wo aso tia ebe mede kwabra mekwa kire kakra ansana bebia ukan no makujina ho esan say you get a better backdrop.
Okay.
Election bia ya apere na the efe wo democracy hunu ne se ye ma temamufo kwan se munyi di obedi enso temamufo nyina feudal system there be dictatorship there be but democracy there e ma temamufo nyina kwan se muntutu mwani na munyi nipa obedi enso na me kana saa no na kyerɛ sɛ adehye bi wɔ hɔ a wɔn ɛdi wɔn ho ba sɛ amanfoɔ mo nhwɛ yɛn in our case ɛyɛ political parties wobɛhwɛ no sɛ wode tutu yɛn nkonnwa ho a yɛakɔ nhwea fie efuo dibia ɛyɛ yie akɔso agya ama so fie efuo dibia yeye enti de beba ne se yenhwem nyenyi obi frifie bi efie bi wo ho a akonwa no kɔtɔ ho a asomdwe nkankro nkɔsoɔ mpuntuo na eba efie bi so wo ho a ekɔtɔ mu a abene apinisie ntokwa akeka ohaw na beto minus entity memufuo hwa se yakɔ hwia fie da bia akonwa no bɛkɔ hɔ no na de asɛm aba akoso agya ma fie so da bia bɛkɔ no na sumdua ba ɔmam enti da bia no timemufuo hwɛ sɛ ɛne nka akonwa no ɛnkɔ akoso agya ma fie you take note of the consequences of the vote you cast.
Okay.
Enti me Ghana for adwena aba so say aba ye kotui. So yen kan ko ne yepe. So ye yie die ne yepe. So ye madan kwa ma ne yepe ana yepe akeka ene yakayaka die. Eno ene wo say yen party for ni timemufo nyina no ye de kwa adwendwen
okay
me de se Ghana for ya suansa ya suansuo ye hunu ne mu oduro empanyi kan sembi omo se sa wo de brofredua esene ntumpan a eyeye brofredua wo de sene ntumpan a eyeye nanso wo de sidam refa obinti
see
brofredua wo de sene ntumpan a eyeye
ntokro di dem
yes but wo de sidam refa obinti
ko ntokro ni susa ente said de
emre a ye womu na nado na akire se oyodum wo de ne sene ntumpan a eyeye wo de ne sidam refa obiate enti na me kanfo se abaye koto no enye fadi agro e won sunsanso na ye pensunsanso papa dia ene ye mfa de de ne sidam refa obiate
atase
sane ye kodo dia e wo se chesa banu ye koto no bum
and says so 10 ba kwa ma hu sem de aba
oh masa ye to no bum etawa na ye mo ahyew nya fe na ukogina court say ni say yo and this for bia ya omanwen say dancer bo a court o mekobi na ye to no bum na da ho na ehome a wan kasa na say ya bo esutromienu edane ani ha ne na ntase na ayo court o unru ho
wa bejatum say ye to no bum dia mesre party matitu say ye ma ye homene so ye ma ye homene so na efei enkabom bi emra okay
ofa memma data bi in a minute
okay
Me chitum say ye to aba period no ne ade no edi nsem pii nam.
Okay, internal
party friction. Edi nsem pii ba, edi nsem pii nam. Baby o ha na nkoyie. Sa nkoyie a kroboni o se pe o pe e chawara. Sa obi wo ho a ne akobu na bumfia na de abufu aba. Saafo ni nyina kwabra mejina party anem kotodwegu fom nsada nsayem chawaren monfanche.
Okay,
chawaren kwabra sa wo se me ko me a meti hoi wo se me konkrofo na so anase ekobum kotodwe epacho se munyai maninka anything.
Okay,
anything meko sab de beya party no mumbadwo ene enkotodwe meko abu asren FM ajobre so no the American say sansemi nyina ebiesida.
Okay,
sansemi ni nyina ebiesida. Kwabrami kura results of elections 1954 results awaha 1956 1969 79 2000 2004 8 16 ni nyina me wo ha na wo hwe ade ba ko ewomu a emre bia ye beka bom no ye di nkuni
BMPP beka bom
bia ye tradition no ye beka bom no ye di nkuni.
Okay,
ebre bia ye mu betete no ne ye di ntwo.
Okay,
enti wo se kire yen se enka bom ne hia yen so no 1956 elections nipa 18 and the co independent
1956
nipa 18 and the co
independent nya na eba
debi wo de kwabra me the list ni bebro esri keke nipa 18 it affected us. So no, from the lessons of 1956 no 1969